Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're covering the South Korean anime Flowering Heart. And this time we get the name right.
Yes. Now, three girls start a problem-solving agency that helps
Mystery
people
Inc.
out of despair with the help of magical items from another dimension, not to be confused with Star Butterfly. Now, together they must keep their world in balance by gathering hopeful energy so the Queen of Flowering Kingdom cannot invade their world.
And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and notification on the updates of future podcasts and more than Paws videos.
Absolutely. So we actually started watching this on Netflix. Only season 1 is available. There are 2 seasons, so hopefully we'll get the second season. And the thing that caught us off guard at first is that they look like they're 5 years old. But
yes,
we learned that they are not 5, they are 10.
Right.
And the boys who look 16 and 17, one is 12 and the other is 14. So kind of the representation for the kids is really off in the artwork.
Yes, because if you don't know who they are beforehand, you're gonna be like really questioning what's going on because it looks really off, and you're wondering like, okay, who wrote this? So they're all kids. They're all kids, but they all look like they're different ages. So if you don't know, it almost looks like a 15-year-old's crushing on a 10-year-old.
5-year-old.
5-year-old, yeah.
So now that we've told you, if you haven't seen it, you can go into it fully aware that the ages are not as they look to be depicted. The 5-year-olds are 10-year-olds, and the 16 and 17-year-olds are 12 and 14 respectively.
Right.
Now, we were very surprised to learn that this was Korean anime. We learned when I saw the lettering.
Right.
I was like, wait a minute, this is in Japanese. And then looked it up, of course, and we learned that it was a very popular anime, not only in Korea, but also in the U.S. It had a really good amount of fan base here, and people that really, really liked it. So we said we'll give it a try. It's really fun, it's really whimsical, and it's very cutesy. And the girls are really sweet and syrupy, cute, wholesome.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's really, really fun. So if you're the type of person who doesn't like that type of anime, we can, let's honestly say this isn't for you. But if you like watching things that are different, or you like things that are fun, whimsical, absolutely not possible, and seeing another country really do pretty well doing anime, then this is for you to watch.
Right. And we've actually noticed that it reminded us a lot of Miraculous Ladybug. And was it Rainy Kenny again? Because of the... No. What was it?
Totally Spies.
Okay, yeah. It was that. And it had the same... Well, it's not a trope, but it's the sort of routine where... Okay, they want to do something, someone's upset about something of whatever, and then the bad guy comes in and tries to get them to fall into despair, they say in there. Or basically, they just get depressed all the time and sucks up all their energy.
Yes.
Unlike Miraculous, where they turn into supervillains.
Right.
And it's up to them to cheer them up, give them confidence, and then they'll have hopeful energy.
Yes.
So that's pretty much what the story is right now. I don't know if it's going to change later on, maybe with the second season or more, because they usually like to do that. But that seems to be the routine right now for the show.
Now, the three girls, as we mentioned, they are 10, and they really remind you of Totally Spies in the way the characters are drawn, the hair colors, and their behavior. Now, the others that appear in here, there are 2 princes, and they are from the Flowering Kingdom. The younger brother was banished, and he's been living as a human on Earth. Now, they all look human, so there's no way to know by looking at them.
Right.
Except for they look really older. And then the older brother, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. The younger brother has come to Earth to go to school, and the older brother who was banished, that's correct, the older brother who was banished, he has been living as a human on Earth, and he is under a curse. And the curse has him looking like a hamster.
Right.
Until there's enough hopeful energy.
Right, and then he gets to his normal look, and somehow this doesn't change their attitude towards him. When they find out what he turns into, they still make fun of him. It's like, well, that didn't do nothing for us.
And, true to anime form, both princesses are handsome and tall. they don't look like they are the age they are.
Right, yeah, they look like
very,
teenagers.
But then there's a girl who has been who's supposed to marry the younger prince. She's been betrothed, there we go.
Yes.
To the younger prince. And she looks like the 10-year-olds.
Yes!
So it's real confusing. She looks like the 10-year-olds. And when he's walking next to her, he's way up here and she's way down here. And it's like, you guys got the aspect off. Really
right.
These drawings.
Right.
Again, if you can get over that, you can enjoy this anime.
Now, here's one thing that almost didn't make sense. And they could have gone with it, but they chose not to. Maybe they wanted the cuteness factor. Now, when someone's in the spirit energy, they have little bitty devices that go off that was kind of handed to them by magic. And they claim they turn into adults.
In true Sailor Moon.
Right, they have the transformation sequences that takes 10 years to finish, and then they turn into whatever.
I think they're supposed to be older teens.
Yeah, older teens. And they turn into whatever occupation the person needs, like they're a veterinarian or they're a stewardess or a singer or something. They turn to somebody that would help. Yeah. They would turn to the type of person that would help them.
NCI.
Right. and so here's the thing, when they transform...
Okay, CSI.
Yes, CSI. And when they transform, they look the appropriate age to match with the boys. So why didn't they just look like that from the beginning and they just changed their costumes to look like different people? If they had stayed like that the entire time and just had them be older, then you would have no problem or confusion or concern or like, how old are you? Okay, you're both like a year apart or something, and that's it. It would have been totally fine, but they don't go with that. That's what they look like if they have magic, and they look like 10-year-olds normally. So it's very strange.
Now, they do have some of the episodes are very entertaining. Some of them are hilariously funny. And there are a couple that are darker where you think there's actually going to be something that happens that's really bad. But fortunately, it doesn't go that way. I do like the positivity of the anime where the cliffhanger still lets you know that there's hope. I like that the characters that you thought were villains and were going to go to the really dark side of no redemptive return actually don't go there. I like knowing that originally the two brothers got along, and it was the evil queen mother of the Flowering Kingdom who put them apart. So there are some really good things about this anime where you should watch it if you just want to watch something that, again, that's fun and lighthearted. You're not looking for an in-depth story or a backstory or arcs that change each season, where you're not looking for characters that are highly developed. But there is character development, as I mentioned, which is really good.
Right.
It's a really fun anime that will make you laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
That is uplifting.
Yeah,
exactly. It's very simple but effective, and they did a really good job with the animation. It looks like anime.
Right.
It doesn't look like they were trying to do anime or they didn't get it right. It looks like a genuine Japanese anime. So kudos on the artwork. And the voice actors actually are Koreans speaking English for the dub.
Right.
Which is really different as well.
Right. And it actually helps because that means that they're doing two languages at the same time and both sound flawless.
Yes, absolutely. So if you have not seen Flowering Hearts, as we mentioned, season 1 is on Netflix to watch, and we hope they get season 2 so we can see the second season, because we really want to see what happens. If you are a fan of Flowering Heart and you've seen it when it originally aired, let us know what you think in the comments below. And no spoilers.
Right.
Season 2.
Right. And be sure to like, subscribe, and notification bell to get updates on future podcasts and more to pause videos.
And hopefully the second season of Flowering Heart.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Oscar Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
And reporters sitting flashing lights, trying to walk around, man, who the hell are you? What you wanna do? Well, man, it's on you. Man, it's on you. Met her in my dreams, she was my queen. A castle in the mountaintops, rivers and streams. Plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to you later on in the form of a locket.